is this title? 10 ways to lose weight. Number 4 will shock you. We've all seen it, right? It's called a clickbait title. And the thinking behind it is that people will read this and be like, what the heck is number 4? It will shock me. I like feeling shocked. I want to see what's going on. And then people will click through, and then usually they read number 4 and they're like, I don't get it. Number 4 says do 100 sit-ups a day. That's not very shocking. So what I'm going to address in this video today is, does clickbait work? Do clickbaity titles work? And if they do, when should you use them? So here's my opinion. So when I started off, I just kind of copied this. I used clickbait titles all the time, like with my wedding entertainment company. It was almost exactly like this. It was like 5 ways to pick your wedding song. Number 2 is the easiest step of all time. And I wasn't getting the kind of click-through rates that I wanted. Why is that? Well, I think it's because, and I know it's because nowadays consumers are pretty smart, because they're just people. I'm smart, you're smart, and people know when they're being baited. And oftentimes the clickbait doesn't deliver. A lot of times, like I said, you just pull this up and number 4 is just like, how do you do this? Well, you run a mile. It's like, oh my God, I never thought of that. So clickbait is probably not something you want to use a lot. Google actually punishes that. And Facebook ads punish that because it's seen as deceiving the customer. So instead of coming up with a clickbait ad or a clickbait headline, try and make it a benefit-driven headline. Try and make it something actually intriguing that your customers might think is cool, versus just trying to trick them, because this is pretty much a trick. All right, and people are catching on to this. People are not likely to click a clickbait article. You're in for disappointment. Now, that being said, when do clickbait titles work? Well, here's the one way that I think clickbait titles work. Just kidding. That was kind of a clickbait sentence in and of itself. I won't leave you hanging like that. I think clickbait titles work when you have a big list. Neil Patel said this, I think, and sometimes he'll put out kind of clickbaity article titles, but he's got a list of 100,000, 200,000, maybe more people. So I think if you kind of have brand awareness in your market, then you can use clickbait titles, but for the most part, I would steer clear from them. It kind of leaves a bad taste in customers' mouths, and doesn't make you look, kind of makes you look like a sketchy used car salesman, if you know what I mean. So anyhow, clickbait titles, I think they work, but they work more with bigger followings, but I also think you should use them almost never, and at least as possible. I'm Brandon Stiles. I'm a digital marketer in Atlanta. Hopefully that gave you some help. So if you're using a lot of clickbait titles, you might want to go out, change it up, see if it works better for you. Thanks a lot. Please subscribe to the channel if this helped out, if this was informative at all, and I'll see you next time.